like I just did all of this yesterday and also that I did all of this forever ago. I don't feel like this is everything. I think I'm missing some stuff. This is definitely a bag of things that I just felt like maybe I wasn't quite right for at the moment. I have one that is like sizes down below that I'm keeping at the moment, and then I don't see what I'm expecting to see, and we might need to go a little bit more digging for this. But this is one that I'll pull out and kind of add to. This specific one is bags and things. What I'm thinking about though that I haven't seen yet is shoes. I just don't know where those are, but I'm actually really excited to see those white pants. So let's see what we're pulling out. Of course, my beloved kind of woven bags. We do love a good spring bag situation. So I'll go ahead and pull those out. This can kind of come out for me. I wanted to see what I was actually in the mood to integrate back into my wardrobe, because part of the reason that I do this twice a year at least is because I feel like it's just a few things for me. One, it keeps me excited about what I have in my wardrobe. I don't feel like I'm constantly looking over more things I need to be looking over. It takes a little bit of that like very subtle decision fatigue out of the day, because I'm not just staring at a bunch of products that I don't really need to use because half of them aren't seasonally appropriate. Or whenever you reach the age that you are starting to buy things that are at the quality that you want to maintain, and you feel like maybe you hit the point where you overworn them, or they aren't kind of in style anymore, or you feel like you just want to enjoy some other pieces for a while, but there's still pieces that you love and know that you would probably come back to again. It's nice to kind of be able to pull them out of that picture. It helps to really make sure you feel the most excited about what you're wearing, the most engaged about what you're wearing, but also that you're not somebody, because I know this is so common, that just buys stuff all the time and feels like you don't have outfits. Like you actually know how to style your wardrobe because you actually know what's in your wardrobe. So this helps me kind of do that, whether or not that's me looking at pieces that I'm like, you know what, that really doesn't feel like it suits my style right now, or my body's changed and it's either not suitable for me anymore, or maybe in my case, like I'm getting back into my healthy habits and routines. So some of these pieces I do feel like will serve me again, but if they don't, I can be honest about how long I've had them in the bag and kind of pass them on. It doesn't hurt me to kind of vacuum seal them and keep them. But in a case like this, it also gets me really excited about pieces that I kind of forgotten about. I loved these white Spanx shorts last year. I will absolutely be wearing them again because they are double lined. They are such a good short option. I wear them all the time. I kind of forgot that I had a pair of white jeans from Abercrombie. The stitching on them kind of throws me off a little bit, and that's something to deal with at a later time. Maybe I found the shoes that I was thinking about here. Of course, I have all of the different variations for the Abercrombie tailored shorts. We have a pink and a yellow combo. I kind of didn't realize I had yellow though. I feel like I was a little bit ahead of my time for that. And then shoes is what I was really curious about. I forgot about these, and there's still some that I'm not 100% sure on styling for myself sometimes, but we do love them. They are cute. They are a fun vibe, and this is the stuff that it's nice to put these kind of colors back in because a lot of my boots are really dark. I have this matching linen set. We'll see how often I wear her this weekend, but then these are the ones that I've been thinking about the most, and I don't think we're ready to put back my Versace dupe platforms. I feel like they're still just nice to look at, but I will say if you are platform shopping, these weren't the most comfortable purchase of my life, partly because the ankle situation can rub a little bit on the back. I also have to say that if you've got a platform like this versus the platform that's a little bit wider, that is more of the Versace style when they did the platform, this is a little bit more narrow and what a lot of the Valentino ones were. This can be a little bit more wobbly. So I feel like you have more space to have a toe grip in the other ones. This can be just a little bit more precarious, but I have to say I really like these shoes. Like they're so much fun. Like this with the kind of v-neck-ish tank that I wore a lot last year, and my like straight leg denim is probably one of the most like me outfits you will get in my collection. So I'm very excited to put these back in. Let's go pull out everything that we don't want to keep for spring. Let's do a little postseason bag recap because I did this at the beginning of fall and this is one of the more viewed videos. So if you're here from that video, let's chat about what I actually used and how these held up over the last 6 months. I have stuff all over the floor underneath my feet. I feel like they did really well. We know that I didn't really like, and you can kind of see this is collective dog hair. I wasn't a big fan of the Soera bag. I just feel like she wasn't doing much, that the quality, especially the way that it was photographed and the way that I thought it would be, is not what I got at all. This bag could probably be donated, so we'll just set her aside because it didn't live up to the hype. I might have used it more if the quality was actually there and it felt like it had that luxurious kind of felty vibe to it. It didn't. I have to say though, these are pretty strong Bottega dupes and I really enjoyed using them this season. I feel like they held up really well. I didn't have any issues with them. I got so many compliments on them. They're just really cute quality bags and they worked really beautifully. So these were really great for me. These ended up being probably the best bags of the season, and I know that it was really hit and miss. I have to say I would double check and do your research if you're buying now, because I did the review on TikTok and I feel like a lot of people had really bad experiences and I don't want that to be the case for you. I always am mindful that like my experience may not be your experience, and I hope that if I have a good experience, you also have a good experience. But it might be that I had a good experience and that way more people are having bad experiences, and that's the consensus that you need to go with. We had that happen with the Chair Cafe on the blog, and that was one of those things where I had a really good run with it until I didn't. But I had a lot of people who had really bad runs, and I needed to be able to share my own experience and to say that it was possible to have a good one. But if it gets to the point where I'm either having a bad experience or I'm the one off and I'm only the one having the good experience and they're not knowing that I'm going to review it, there's nothing about them having any kind of indication that I'm going to talk about this online or create content around it. I just happen to be a rare one that had the good experience. I want you to have the best experience, so maybe do some due diligence on that, and especially with this bag because no one seems to have had a good experience with that, but these tend to work out really great for me. So I'm currently editing this vlog and I feel like because of the time that I'm editing this vlog and also like what's happening in the world, I just want to double back to the fact that these ship from China and we know that the tariffs are happening. We know that lots of things are happening. So I would say play it safe, skip this over for now. There are better ways to get good options that look really nice and are really affordable, and I feel like you really don't know what's happening at the moment, and it would probably be a bigger risk than it's even worth it to try to pay and get something from China because of everything that's going on. The other thing that I'm not sure that I want to do, I need to sift through and see which of the pants that I want to pull out of the collection. That's going to be the other thing. I really didn't wear a lot of leggings this season. It's time to pull those out. Pants is a little bit easier to kind of navigate. I might keep the corduroy ones, and then we get to redo the closet stack and kind of see how that's going to go. But I'm very excited to just refresh the bags. It's always the little things. It's going from the leathery bits to the more woveny bits that make it start to feel like spring and summer and kind of that more vibrancy, and just vacations and Aperol spritzes and spending more time on the beach and like early sunrise. Oh, I love it. I soak it all in. Give me a break because I'd been filming for like an hour straight. You guys probably saw my other little video on shorts of the breakdown and had a little moment catching up on some documentaries on Apple TV. But now that I'm sitting here, I told myself earlier, and we'll kind of have to do it now, is that I wanted to go ahead and dust these while they were out. And then the other thing we're going to have to figure out for this round is what fits in here, because when I did this last year, this was the first time I had the closet set up, and I put a lot of shorts in here. I said at the beginning of this vlog, I'm kind of obviously outgrowing the space, especially as I want to create more content. I'm really building out the wardrobe that I want to have for a very long time, regardless of how my body changes. I'm kind of curating at least the textures and the pieces, and also enjoying myself at every size and every way, and really not living like I lived when I was a teenager. I really spent so much of that time being like, well, I will just dress that way when I lose weight. And I hated my body. I hated everything that I wore. I feel like there was no positive experience in my life because it was always about how awful I was because I wasn't skinny, or I wasn't this size, or that everything was meant to be lived later at some point. That is not the case for me anymore. So I very much want to continue to build things and know that if my body changes again, I can always replace it, but it's nice to enjoy it while it's a moment in time. That being said, I think I want to put the shoes here. I don't know that I'm going to do what I'm thinking about doing because I feel like it might encapsulate this bedroom a little bit too much, and that's one of the actual like kind of exterior closet situations that would pretty much take over this area. That is a possibility, but I also know like I'm running out of space for shoes. Something's gonna have to change at some point for me to actually have the curation and the collection of the things that I really want to have within this space. Again, for me, part job. Part of this is my expression and my ability to like heal my inner child and enjoy stuff that I didn't get to enjoy as a kid. And also, you know, I just really love clothes. I love designers. I love being able to discover new brands and all of those things. So let's grab something to wipe this off. Grab the stool because I need to do that. Wipe this off and then we'll play with the shoes. We have two done. These will go under the bed. That one back there, I'm actually going to sort through the pile that I pulled over here. Some of these will go into my office wardrobe just because it's about to drop temperature again and I want to have a few options. Also, it's always nice to have something just in case if I'm traveling or if somebody needs to borrow anything. But you can see how quickly that just thins everything out. This section, not so much because she's a little bit more organized. I will probably pull some more things from that, but those will probably go into the office wardrobe. But for now, this is starting to take shape and I feel like we have some things over here that can go into the office wardrobe that I'm not necessarily feeling right now and will probably end up in a clean out, but not in a place to do the full clean out for that yet. So we are making a lot of progress. It's nice to just see the yellows again. I need to dig through and find some more of the clips and get that sorted. But on that note, it looks so blue in that light. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me during today's closet clean out. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. A little bit of a Soera update, a little bit of closet clean out. I will see you guys in a new vlog soon. We're gonna do some morning routine, some workouts this week, and then we'll also at some point mix in a little bit of the commence try-ons with some things. We'll try on some of the stuff that feels like unsure in my closet. It's all coming. I'm excited to share it with you. I love you guys. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload new videos every week, and I will see you all for a new vlog very, very soon. Bye, guys.